Hey guys, welcome back to another town update. I am so tired and so worn out, you have no idea. Um, but I really wanted to get this town done. I can't play my Lacey file until I get this town finished, because this is one of the ones that I really have to get caught up on before, because it's going to play into her story. So that's why I wanted to do town updates, but my goal was originally to do Lacey. So let's go ahead and first of all, I've turned my cheats on, but I didn't turn on by debug. Let's get that on first. And let's go through a town destruction mode real quick. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and go into edit town. And like I said, my brain is not here, so if I'm doing some problems, it's okay. One year yesterday, I was so exhausted when I came home. It was just all I could do to function. I crawled into bed. I woke up at about midnight. Was up for about half an hour. Right back to bed. So it's just I can feel I'm wearing myself down. All right, this was the junkyard lot, and I like to go ahead and just take care of this one first. It always comes up and spawns over here, so just go ahead and get rid of those spawners. Otherwise, see now if you get this right here, you see just one. You're not done. Just keep doing it. Yeah, sometimes it's not going to show up here. Sometimes it's not going to do it again. You just got to keep doing this. See, now we got our second one. You keep doing it until you get all five to show up. And it doesn't matter how many times you have to build this stupid basement. Like I said, it can be different sizes, it can be different locations. Eventually, you'll get all five. Once you get all five, now you know you're finished. Um, but don't go until you see all five. Otherwise, you drive by, or your Sims come by, and there's just random furniture stuck out there, broken down fortune cookie machines and all this stuff. It's kind of worthless. All right, nothing got populated here, nothing here. I'm just pulling out lots. I will put things back in as I see fit, but let's just pull out first, and then we're okay. All right. Now this one right here, of course, also gets spawners. It's your alchemy store, so we want to make sure we get those out. And just because sometimes you will forget where a certain lot was that you took out, I kind of like to just do it as I go. Um, the ones in Sunset Valley and all that, I know where those go every single time, so it's like I don't even think about it. But some of these other ones, when I don't edit them as much, I kind of like to just make sure I do it as I go, and then I don't sit back and go, where was that lot? And get stuck. Okay, nothing else gets populated in here. All the rest of this, I do take several other things out. Let's see, this one goes out here. Let's go knock it away. Um, and again, some of you guys, you may like where some of these things populate and leave them. That's great. I just personally don't, so I just get rid of these things. And sometimes I put them right back where they showed up, but I like to actually line them up to the edge of the street or turn them around or something. So that's why I do it this way. Uh, it's pretty easy to tell what's been added. So usually, but sometimes you have to kind of look. This world, there's some good sized lots, and then there's some really weird ones. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull out a few of these. I think there's two, maybe two more lots I have to take out, and then we can get started. So I know this one. I see this one over here. All right, let's pull you out of here. I think that might be it for all of our lots to get rid of. I think so. Um, yeah, you're out of here. Everybody else is good. All the other lots are cleared. Okay, at this point, you have got your save file ready. You don't have any additional lots. You've got all your spawners out. You could turn your by debug back off if you want. What I would recommend is just go ahead and just do your save real quick. This way, you don't have to worry about starting to that point. So sometimes, like I said, I usually am pretty good about saving, but sometimes I'm not. Now I can't get the last little bit in there, so unfortunately I have to get rid of the S. But you can fix that by going in afterwards, go into your save files, and you can rename these files, and you can get the whole thing you want in there. I do it all the time because I just OCD. I want it to be the way I actually expect. Let's get ourselves saved, and then we'll start populating and start putting stuff in. This world has quite a few lots that I will change. Um, One of the changes I'm going to make right now is actually a lot that's already here. So make sure you're not on destruction because that's what I've been on. So take your bulldozer off. This right here is just a hangout. And honestly, we've got enough hangouts. We're going to create quite a few. it's essentially just a house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put it back as a house. That way I can use it with my Sims. However, once you go in, you're going to find out you're missing something. You're missing an oven, or stove. So we want to go in here. We want to make sure that we populate one in as well. And of course, with this house, I'd go with just a basic cheap one. You have two options. You have two places to put it. I'm going to put it right here. Unfortunately, they don't have a fire alarm, so I want to make sure I put one in there as well. That way, at least I know this house is ready to go. If you move to sim in, you can function. Yeah, they might have to upgrade and do other things and put stuff in it, but at least you've got your house ready to use as another house if you're moving sims into it. And so, since I don't use this really as a, what you would call it, if I don't use it as a community lot, then why not just put it as a house? So that's me. Some people like it as a house. That's fine. You could also do the same thing up here with this big one up here. If you don't use it as a lodge, you can actually turn it into a bunch of different things. You could make it as a resort. I like to do a resort as I'm playing it in the game. So I don't make it a resort now. I do that later as I come into it. Okay, let's go down into our community lots. And we'll start here. I don't put Plum Puddle Park. My consignment store. Good call here. This is one of those, where do you want to stick the consignment store? I never really like where it goes. This is where they normally stick it, and it's fine. It's not exactly where I'd want it. I can easily place it up here because I think you can create a lot. So if you go over here to where you can put your world editor, you need a 30 by 20. So if you look, I think if you turn it sideways, it will fit right here. And I normally don't like to add lots, but in this case, if you'll notice, I'm not actually taking out any trees. I'm not making any big edits. When I do this, it should be just fine. I've played this lot a million times. I've done it. It doesn't really break my routing, so I'm going to go ahead and put it here so I can just get it where I want. So we'll go ahead and change this one over again, either consignment store, no visitors allowed, whichever one you like. And then now we can put it, and it should be exactly where we want it. Alright. The house I had for the Three Little Sims, I've got it. I'm going to upload it. I will put it up. I haven't uploaded any of these lots because I've been going back making some slight tweaks to them. So that's why you guys haven't seen anything go up yet. Plus, I haven't been on. But I do have it. I actually pulled it out earlier, and I just had to clean a few things up because it was play tested. It had stuff all over, and I wanted to redo some stuff. But it's in there. All right, let's flip this thing around, get him in here, and we should be in good shape. Now, I think I did have an edit of this lot, but I don't think I wanted to use the edit. No, I didn't want to use the edit. I know exactly what I want to do. Okay, so now you've got it. You've got your consignment store. Probably would have been better to have a little bit more space in between the lots, if I'm being honest. But I don't really think it's that critical. It's not that big of a deal, but it does kind of look a little odd to me. When I go in here and look at this side, I can't really get over to that, but you can see it's a little bit more space. So it's up to you if you want to move it, and because it will bother me, and I know this is so stupid, I'm a little upset with myself that I'm doing this, but it does bother me. Let's go ahead and just do it now. So just delete the lot, and we can slide it over just slightly. Just do the same thing again. Go over here to your world editor, look for your 30 by 20. Let's see if we can put it in just a little bit further. I want to go not too far. Let's see, that looks just about right there. It's probably going to take out that one little set of rocks or shrubs. Nope, it didn't. Alright, so there we go. So again, if it doesn't bother you, don't worry about it. It bothers me, and it's just something I will always notice. So that's why I did it. I know some people probably just think that it's so stupid, and I agree. It probably is. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in here, and we will get this first lot done. And now it's probably a little bit too big, but no, it's okay. I can live with that. That's actually okay. I'm okay with it. So now it's actually set up the way I want, and it's time for us to move over to this lot. This lot over here, actually, I'm going to just go in order. The junkyard. Where do I put the junkyard in this town? I think I put it out here. This isn't a bad place. There's really just, I don't know, there's so many big lots. I hate putting a junkyard on these big lots. I really do. I like to actually get rid of some of my smaller ones. This one's probably going to get the junkyard. I'm not 100% sure. Let me just double check. I know it's not going over here. This is more the upper scale, upper class, upper crust people. So yeah, let's go over here and just put it here. It's on our way into the outside part of town, so we'll go ahead and put it here. I may or may not ever even use it. So to me, a junkyard can easily get pulled out if I find that I'm not using it, that I don't have my Sims with any kind of a need for it. I'll take it out and we'll use something else instead. Now this one, it's up to you if you want to keep that the ground the way it is. I'll keep it because it's a junkyard, so I know it's supposed to look kind of like worn out and worn down. So otherwise, if the grass bothers you, you can change it, just erase it like we did with that other park that we had. Okay, the consignment store here. Where do I want to go? Um, this one's not bad. See, sometimes I put I'm not consignment the salon. Sometimes I put it here. Oh man, decisions. I guess I am gonna go here because I really had something else in mind for that lot. But this is kind of all the salons. But I don't want this salon. I want my other corrected version of it. All right, for your fire station. Shoot. See, that's why I just hate getting rid of big lots. I hate it. It kills me. Fire station shouldn't be all the way over there. You could put a fire station up here, but I guess it's either going to go here or here. Normally I put it way out in the middle of nowhere and it's not good. Let's just go ahead and stick it here, even though ideally I'd like something else there, but we're going to stick it here for now. Alright, let's flip you around to get you the right spot, and then we have to line you up to the road. If you had the fire station from Twinbrook, it's actually a bigger lot. It would fit this lot perfectly. It wouldn't be a bad one to use, but I've used it before, and I think I did put it here when we played our Generations LP, but I don't think I have it saved. I don't think don't think I yanked it out. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But that's an easy fix. If I decide later I would rather have that one, I just swap them out. It's not a big deal. All right, flip around, please. I got things to do. I gotta go to bed. All right, go ahead and move you to the front if we can. We got a lot to do here. All right, so there we go. So we got our downtown area mostly done. If I put the grind in, I'm gonna put in our updated version of it. The park over here. We've got a couple of parks, and this is why I'm kind of leaning about. I don't know if I want to put it in or not. We've got this park over here, which we could use. We've got the downtown park we could use. We got this one. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to make an edit on this park instead. So we're not going to really worry about putting this park down, which I usually like, but I think I'm going to hold off on that one. All right, the rest of the stuff from Town Life, I'm not doing anything. Nothing from Pets. We're not going to do an equestrian center here. You can if you want. As far as Showtime lots, if I'm going to do the Showtime lot, it's going to be out here. So go over here. How about we use, this is your small lot. That's where the, yeah, let's go there. We're going to put this one, this is where that alchemy place originally came in. But we're going to put a performance park right over here. We may or may not keep it here. So that's one of those, I just kind of place it and then I wait and decide. Of course, I always like to have it where there's a backdrop or a view, and so that one's actually pretty decent. We're going to go ahead and say yes. Don't know that I'm going to worry about these parks, these places yet. I'll come back if I need something. I know to go to the Showtime, but really I just wanted the park. Give yourself one venue that you can use. Okay, the alchemy place, if I go up back where I was at, this lot's really big. It's bigger than what this one needs, but it lines up perfectly, so I kind of like it. And so what we will do is we'll just flip you around to the side, and then we're going to just turn it or just slide it over into its spot like a puzzle. Just gotta wait for it to load. And I don't know if this is gonna work. I really don't. I always have to play around with these buttons because I never know which one's gonna actually do it. But that one did. So as you can see, it really kind of looks like it belongs here because it's almost perfectly lined up. It's a little bit of an overhang, but pretty close. And your sidewalk comes out here. So to me, it's just like the ideal lot. Plus, it's not overwhelming because this lot's pretty small over here too. So if you want to get rid of these trees, these little pink trees, you can. I just kind of like them. I keep them there, and I just think it's fine. This lot works pretty good for me here. Okay. Alright, so these season slots get populated anyway, so we're going to say no to any of those. Uh, the those are the festival lots for Island Paradise. Into the Future lots, I don't worry with them. Now we get into my personal lots, and for these, I just go in order to see if there's anything I want. And of course, the first one that pops up is this one right here. I hate this lot. I hate this lot because it's all concrete. So you guys have seen me gripe about it so many times. I do it every single time. But there's a couple of things I have to go do with it first. First thing I'm gonna do is just go ahead and pop this one in, and it should come in the right way. It usually does. At least I hope it does. This one is not the original one that I did. This was the updated version that I did, and I can always tell because it's got little shrubberies around the side because I didn't put those in. And of course, there's a couple other things I want to go ahead and do when I get into it because I need to make an updated version of this one as well. Um, but it's these cars that drive me nuts. They shouldn't have been here. I should have had those taken off. Sims are going to drive over here anyway. They're going to actually put their own cars, and then you get stuck with them. But I shouldn't have had those over here. Okay. Other than that, again, Buy-to-Bugs on. I put the food register in here so that they have a place to actually go and eat. They have bathrooms. I don't really care about a shower here, but I could put something out that would actually give them a little bit of a advantage. So if they're over here working out, because they get filthy over here doing this. So if you wanted to give them a real quick way to get cleaned up, that's not a hard thing to do. I believe all we would have to do is just come over here. You can build just a simple. Let's see. Hold on. It's so hard with these what you call it. You just build a wall. Nothing that you need to do a whole lot of effort on. Roll the walls up. I'm going to stick with the same theme here that they've got, which is a pink theme. And I believe it gets it on both sides. There we go. Let's go ahead and just do two. Probably only need one, to be honest with you, but let's just do two just on the off chance that we actually use it. So go ahead and do the same thing here. And I'm going to just go ahead and do, let's see, put you here. Now they've got the pink wall. Alright, if you have this item, because some people do, some people don't, it's going to be in your bathroom item. It is your shower. It's the public shower. And so we just put it right there. They'll just roll into their swimsuits and make sure that they can get to it from this side. If they can't get to it from the left, they're going to stomp their feet at you. But this way, at least you've got pretty much this whole lot is covered. If you're someone to come here and spend the whole day, they've got the whole day to take care of it, and they are good. We got everything else done here. I believe that is it. There's one other thing I wanted to do, I thought. Nope, that was it. That was all. No, there is. There's one other thing I wanted to put on here. I don't think I have it here. Let me just double check. I don't. But now I'm going to find a place. This is the problem. I need a little spot somewhere. Let's go with our, I think it's outdoor activities. Yeah. Can I put a hopscotch court anywhere in here where it would actually make sense? How about we go right, you want to go right there? Let's go ahead and line that up like that. And then what I want to do is I want to actually change this up slightly. Let's get this color. I don't really want the pattern, but I do want the color. So we're going to put the color over here, see if we can kind of match it up a little bit. There we go. It's close enough. It doesn't actually come out perfect because it's a little bit lighter, but that'll work. If you don't like the blue, you can change the blue as well, but I'm going to leave the blue out there so it shows up. You can see it, but all right, hold on. I don't want to double. Or do I really want the blue? Yeah, the blue's fine. Alright, but anyway, we've got another place for them to actually come over and use it, and it just gives a little bit more functionality. Plus, like I said, everything we had that was in... Oh, shoot. Why did I go to live? I needed to check one more thing. Alright, hold on. We got to go right back down into it. Sorry. Alright. Pretty much everything that was over in that other park that we didn't put down, the Generations Park, you should have it. Nope, I didn't have it. So we've got our swing set. We got our slide. I didn't give them the other stuff for the kids. Let's see. I did not give them the house, but I don't think they really need that. What I'd rather have them get is, hold on, it's toys, I believe. No, it's all under outdoor. Sorry, outdoor stuff. I'd like to give them a couple of these guys over here somewhere for the toddlers. So depends on what you like. If you want to use whichever one, I like the little bumblebee because I'm using all the season stuff. So I'm gonna put the bumblebee over here, and probably they only ever really need one. Snap and Seahorse. Which one's that one? Oh yeah, I like the Seahorse too. We're gonna go ahead and just line them up this way. Alright, so now I've got a couple. Slide it over because I would hate to have to fight that fight that shrub right there. So this right here is a decorative item, so I just stuck it in here if you're not sure what that is. Um, Trying to think anything else. Yeah, the only other thing that I did not put on this lot that the other park had would have been the treehouse. And I'm going to forego the treehouse because we might put it in the other lot that's way on the other side. So I just wanted to get those two in there so at least I have kids over here of all ages. They got plenty of stuff. There's definitely things for them to work on. You can't get, you got to have this fountain somewhere in Hidden Springs if you're going to take advantage of it. It doesn't get populated. You've got to put it on a lot on your own. I always stick it here so that way I know where it is. Alright, we're good to go, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save. Where are we at? I'm going to save this, but I want to change. Do I want to change that? Yeah, I do. I want to change this so I know for sure which one I'm at. This version, let's see, I can't do it. Let's go ahead and change you out. SQ. Let's go with version 2. So I'm going to save it. That way I don't have to make those changes yet again. Which I always hope. I didn't save it. Alright, so let's go ahead and change you in, save you, you're good. Yeah, I have to do this town before I can go back into Lacey. I had to get through Hidden Springs, so I can't go back to her until I get this town done. So that's why I am going back to my regular LPs, hopefully starting tomorrow, but tomorrow's going to be a day from you know where, so I don't know, I'm hoping I can get through it without too much trouble. But that will be my next LP. Should be is going back into Lacey's story. Let's see. We just did all of this. We did the Alpine. All right. So now we need to look at if I want to put UGs down. I am going to put UGs down. It is going to go probably up here because I don't ever put anything in here, or it might go. UGs would work here. It could work over here. There's lots of places. What size is that? 30 by 40? It's way too big for that lot. It could go up here. I'm going to hold off on UGs right now. We don't know for sure that we're going to need it. So let's just forego it for right now. May come back. Like I said, I come back after the fact. I want to make sure I get the things in that I'm going to use. And this is one that I was going to put in. We needed to have a big lot here for a venue, because I like to keep everything downtown to be commercial venues. So we're going to put the big park, or the big bar in over here. It works. It looks pretty good, I think. It looks decent, I guess. It's alright. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be like, well, yesterday was rough pretty much the whole day. Today, early part of my day was great. The last part was just, I mean, I was almost painful. It was just like, this hurts. I just wanted to go home. And tomorrow it's going to be the whole day like that. They've already forewarned us. So I'm like, great, this is perfect. Okay, I usually put this arcade here. Don't know yet. I'm still kind of debating. That's why I was like, I knew coming into this world, there's like a lot of things I don't know where I want to put them yet. So let's just keep going. Make sure we've looked at everything first that has to go in. I don't really need the theater in yet. This park right here, the Stone Slur Greenhouse, I definitely want it in. And I think I want to put it up here, which is kind of unusual. I usually go down into the town, but I think I'm going to put it up here because I don't really come up here often, and I do use this one, especially for my gardening sims and anybody that needs any of the stuff that I can't really get anywhere else, or that I want to make it easier on them. But I like it up here. Your call if you want to actually rotate it or not, if you want to leave it like this. I think it's probably going to be better. Let's just look at it if we rotate it once. I think it's going to look better if we do. And it should line up to the street. If not, yeah, it's fine. I like it better this way. I don't know. They've got a great view here because it doesn't really matter, but I like it better this way, and it plays better because I don't have to really worry about getting back behind with that hill. So I think it'll be fine here. So we're just going to accept it here and move on through. You're good. You're good. The restaurant. Two choices. You can either go here. This one's a 40 by 40, isn't it? Let's stick with 30 by 30. So let's just try not to use any lots that are too big for it. I mean, I am going to have to dump a few on some other lots, but I like to put things in where they fit if I can. Friday at least should be a good day. Friday should be an easy day. And then next week I have another 3 days from you know where coming up, and then it should be good for a little while longer before it all starts getting to be nasty and ordeal again. Okay, now we got some 40 by 40 lots, and we've got some areas. This lot right here would be great for this big Prism Art Studio because it's such a big lot, but we're still in the big town area, the downtown area. So that's why I wanted to kind of keep it all down here with your bigger buildings. They're not super tall buildings like Bridgeport, but this was just such a massive building, and I do like using it. I really do. So I thought I'll just stick it over here, but there's a couple of other ones that I want to put in the world as well. I don't modify this lot. I kind of leave it. I leave it as far as I can. There's plenty of stuff on it. You might want to put maybe a shower on it if you like. I tend not to. I tend to just deal with that in the game, use time management, do whatever I need to do, make sure my Sims are in pretty good shape. Let's just flip this around so it actually fits. But pretty much this lot, I like it as is. It's got everything I need, and I don't really change it, which is rare because most of the lots I go in and I make changes. Okay, let's go ahead and see. And sometimes I may have to pull things out if I run out of space, and I have to make a decision of what stays and what goes. Okay, so this one, all this. I think at this point we're starting to get into the stuff that I actually created here recently. Alright, the water hole, Riverview Gymnasium. These are actually coming from Midnight Hollow, so I gotta wait till we get to that town. I found all my old ones that I had done. Vargs, if I want it, this is my modified, but this from Midnight Hollow, so is that one. Yeah, all those are. Okay, I don't want the laundromat here. That's Twinbrook. Twinbrook has the consignment store. Oh, I did make a change on the consignment store, and I need to show it to you guys. What's that? Alright, 30 by 36. Alright, so I did make this change. It's in my actual master file. I'm going to just drop this down and just show you. So if you're following along, some of you are trying to like modify and do the same ones, do the same things I'm doing. I did this after we finished Bridgeport because I really liked what I did with my salon. And in Bridgeport, I actually went back to my old salons and have my old files, and I did all these in the different worlds as well. But this one, I told you that I didn't change. Well, I did. I went in here, I made a couple of edits. Nothing big, nothing major. But this, of course, if you are... Oh, wait, not the consignment. It was something different. I'm sorry. Here I am wasting my time. I showed you guys all that. I'm sorry. Wrong one. Let's get rid of this one. I'll show you the one I'm talking about in just a second. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, it was one of the last ones I did, so I'll pull it out because otherwise I will forget. I will completely forget. It was, see, that was consignment store. Dre's Salon. This is the one that I normally don't change, but I went back and I made a change to it. So I'm going to show it to you here because I've already posted Twinbrook up and it's done. But this way, for those of you following along, you'll know what I did, and you can do it if you like, or just say, yeah, it looks stupid. Don't worry about it. Alright, so we're just going to accept it even though it's not pushed into the right way. So let's go ahead and just take a look. It's only one tiny little area that I did. Okay, so downstairs, obviously, you've got your the tattoo parlor. I didn't change any of that. It's exactly the same. Upstairs, this one I didn't change any of this at all. This is still your salon. But where these stairs lead to, I changed the next part. What I did is I just built a small little spa area. So this way they actually have access to the same stuff that the other salon does. And I will go in here and I'll turn these grid lines off. You can kind of see up here. That's basically all I did. I just put this stuff here. I had to build a wall, and what I thought is I would actually add to this eventually. I don't know if I'll make even more of these rooms, or make like a hallway or whatever, but I thought at least I'd have one, and I can always move it around and slide it in different places. But I just thought, all right, a little spa area up here would be kind of nice in the actual salon. So that's it. Probably need more because they'll get gravitated towards it, but it gives you just another functionality to it. So that's what I did. You're caught up with Twinbrook. You're caught up with the edits I've made, I think. I did go into Twinbrook. I went into the Red Rendezvous and I put those little all-in-one bathrooms, and I think I put I think that's it. I think that was basically all. Alright, let's go ahead and go back where we were. I believe we had made it to here. Okay, the bowling alley. I like this bowling alley. I think this is the one we made. This is our modified version. And I like for them to have a place to go. Normally, I would put this where we put the Prism Art Studio right here. But we already put something down. You've got this room over here, and because we're still kind of in our venue area, it would look okay. But I also like to leave that one for maybe a big house. Although you do have a room over here for a house too, but this is a bigger lot. However, we've got this one here for a nice one. See, this is all kind of like residential, so that's why I'm scared to stick a commercial lot. It doesn't matter, but it's like, all right, we've also got this one. I really want it to be more in town though, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take out this lot because we've got a few other spots. Yeah, I kind of like this for a really nice house, but we're going to just use it instead because I do want them to have a place to go, and this is one that I liked. All right, let's pull this one down. It should be our modified version. We'll have to go in and just double check it, and then we'll know for sure if we got it, the one that we wanted. Alright, again, if I'm going to do the Showtime careers, I'd have to go in and put the Showtime lots. I don't know that I would. To me, basically, if I'm really planning on playing the Showtime careers, I'm taking them to Starlight Shores just because I have all the different venues and I've got more than one of each. I've got at least two of every lot in Starlight Shores, so that's why I typically tend to ignore it. Alright, let's go ahead and flip this thing around. It should come in the right way if we do it right. And this should be the one we modified. Alright, let's go in here and just double check it because I hate to put the lot down then realize I put the wrong one. And yep, I think this is it. It's got our professional bar, it's got our little karaoke machine, it's got our bar over here. So yeah, we got our right one. Alright, this is our lot. Of course you can rip this fence down if you want, but I'm going to leave it. The trees don't actually match to me, so what I want to do is I want to take these trees out because this one, it's Hidden Springs. So what I would do is I would just take these trees out and then look for something that's going to match here, and I believe these are generic. They'll go just about in everyone. You can see they're actually the same trees that you see over there, but they're big and they don't fit because of that. Whatchamacallit? You got to put move objects on, which you can. So I think what we will do, let's go ahead and just put it on there. I hate doing this, I really do, but or you just get rid of them altogether. But I just think the other trees just don't really match. So if we do this, unfortunately, I hate doing this. It's one of my absolute pet peeves is that people use this cheat because it messes things up. But this one, the Sims never come over here, so I don't think it's going to matter. It's not going to hurt us. It's not really going to break any routing, and we're just going to stick it there. It's just kind of for looks, and I probably need to move that other one back out a little bit. Let's go yes. I don't want it right through the actual fence. So let's move it out a little bit. There we go. See, it's stupid. It's so stupid. I think that's why they use those bigger ones because it's, well, it does kind of poke through a little bit, but that one's better. I can live with that. Sometimes you might have to flip it around, turn it sideways or whatever, just to kind of make sure it doesn't poke through the fence as bad. And sometimes you don't get lucky. Sometimes it's really bad. So if it's really bad, change it. Get yourself another version of it. Sometimes the other version will look better. It's just like that. That one works. And it's lined up right where it should be. So now we get rid of this one. And before I even leave this lot, I'm going to go ahead and turn that stupid cheat off because I do not like it. I know some people are like addicted to it and they just move everything wherever they want to just to make sure that something will not go there, and I've got the cheat off. There we go. So we're good. That's it. Yeah, move objects, it just, so many times I see it, it's like people just throw stuff everywhere. It's like it looks good, but the issues it causes just makes me very upset. Okay, so we made it over here to our bowling alley. I'm not putting in that one. The amphitheater was Twinbrook. This was all Twinbrook. Water Goals, Barnacle Bay. We need a wedding venue, and I was trying to think of where we were going to put it. But before we go anywhere, see, that's the grind. That's the updated version of it. What was Marina Field? That was Bridgeport. I forgot. Okay, I don't need that. Alright, our salon, we haven't placed it anywhere. This one, I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, it's kind of weird being up here in the middle of town, but it's close enough that it kind of works. Um, it's all right. Now this one, of course, you can leave it that way. I just flip it to be sideways, and I think I'm gonna have to line it up with the road a little bit because it doesn't quite match up. Sometimes I put the coffee house here, but I think that's where it defaults to. Other times I put the coffee house downtown, but I don't want it in. I don't think I'm going to mess with the Showtime lots. I don't think I am. Alright, so then this one, and as you can see, if you can look through the windows, this is our modified or updated version, so I think we're good with this one. Go ahead and accept it, and we are good to go. Um, I'm not doing any bars. Buena Vista Resort Park was that big park we did. Alright, this one I don't need. The gazebo, that's the updated version, I believe, from Riverview, and then this one is no, that's Barnacle Bay. This one's the updated from Riverview, which is smaller. Um, Red Rendezvous, I'm not putting in here. I'm not putting you in here. This one over here, I am putting in. This is not my lot. I didn't create it. I'm not taking credit for it, but it is out on the exchange if you want, and I've used it. I've shown it. Don't use it nearly as much as I would like, but it's the Lakeview Campgrounds. It's a resort. So if you just type in Lakeview Campgrounds, it'll take you right to it. Just put Lakeview Campgrounds Sims 3, and that's how you'll find it. And it's a really great lot. It's just nice little outdoor lot that they can come over, they can use, and send them over for a couple of days or whatever as your resort. We've done it. I did it with Lacey and her family when they lived here, but it's perfect. It's perfectly fine. I've play tested it multiple times. I don't have any real issues with it. I really like it, so I leave it in my town. Sometimes I'll put my Nightmare Asylum lot over there too, but they never go to it because it's a residential lot. All right, so now we got plenty of spots that we still can work with. This big lot over here, 40 by 40, 40 by 30, 40 by 40. I mean, you've got big lots. So you have to kind of start thinking, what do you want in your town? This one right here is your 40 by 40. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back and take a look at nothing from here. Let's see. This is where I have to start thinking, what do I want in my town? And I don't ever know. All right, once you get here, okay, that's all EA stuff. This is all mine. Um, we got you in. I'm not putting the red velvet in. I still am waiting on new UGs. I'm still waiting on Vargs because those bars they shut down so early. I like the Ice Lounge because it comes with some casino items, but I also like the other one, which is the Regency Arcade. However, since we have that stuff over here, I could have put casino stuff in there and we would have been covered, wouldn't we? Mm, I could. I could. So I'm still debating whether if I do that, it just saves me from having to place two lots because the only thing this one has in it is arcade machines, which that one does. It has casino slot machines, a bowling alley. Yeah, if we just add a slot machine, we're good. So let's just go in here and just add a slot machine. I kind of like to leave some empty spaces around if I can. That way, worst case, I don't have to. I can actually add some places for families and whatnot. So let's just go over here. It should be under hobbies and skills, or is it indoor activities? It's one of the two. Here it is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just put in a slot machine. I really only need maybe about two or three of them at most, but it just gives them another thing that they can go do. And if you want to put in, if you want to put in a whatchamacallit over here, why don't we just take this out? I'm not going to move it too far away. I'm going to put it up if I can against this fence or railing. Let's see if I can put that centered. It goes close enough. It won't go perfect. You can hold your Alt key down and you can try to move it a little bit closer, which it does. But what we're going to do is over here, we're going to go and grab, just pick one of them. I really don't care which one. I kind of like the blackjack table, so we're going to go ahead and put the blackjack table in, and we'll put it right here. Let's see, let's line that up centered with that wall. Okay, you got to have specific chairs or certain types of chairs. If you like that color scheme, that's fine. I'm going to kind of subdue it so it goes with this lot. So we're going to go ahead and take the chair here. use that chair theme, that color, and we're gonna drop it down. It's gonna make it a little bit more blend in, I guess, with the world or with the lot. Okay, it's a little bit more brown than I want, so I really want to switch that out if I can. So I want to actually switch. Let's see, take the brown down here. We're gonna put this one. Hold on, I'll tell you that now. We're gonna put you here, and we're gonna put the brown up here. There we go. All right, so that should actually work for us a little bit better. Okay, just chairs. Chairs. What chairs do I usually go with? I think the world, it comes with different chairs, but I think I just put in, is it those? It's not those. Which chairs do I want? I think I put in these little bucket chairs. See, that would actually work. It's really up to you, whatever you like, whatever kind of chairs are fine. There's a rock chair. Or you just put regular ones. That's the bistro chair. I don't want to put that one in. I'm just looking for what I like, and so far I haven't found what I want yet. Which one did I want to put? So that's when I get in here. I just get stuck in Create a Sim so many times when I make any changes. Let's see. Let's go with, because once I do it, I don't want to do it again. See, I kind of like that little vanity chair. I really do. It just needs to be something small. What does the rock chair look like? I could make that work. Actually, why don't we just keep their chairs? That would make it even easier. It would definitely match. So we'll just use their chairs. There we go. Alright, so now it looks fine. So we've got ourselves a casino type area that they can come to and enjoy. I don't even need my other venues. I don't even need the other parts. They do have places to come over here and grill. So this one's a great lot. So I like this one. I'm not going to worry about saving that one because that's a really easy fix to do if I want to put it into the other world. So I will leave that alone. But that takes care of not having to put that ice lounge or the arcade down because I've got everything I need in this world to cover both. We were at the ice lounge, which was way over here. I know. It's taking forever. Alright, so we're not going to put you down. There's two versions of the ice lounge, by the way. So there it is. Don't need that. Nope. See, none of this. We put you in. I'm not using you guys. I have used this club bar quite a bit. It works. It's a big lot. I'm going to skip it because I don't think I really want to put it in there this time. Casino, no, we don't need it. I hate their gym. I absolutely cannot stand their gym here. It's just too small. So I'd rather put in a really nice gym for them. Unfortunately, I could have used this lot, but I'm going to let their lot go. Instead of using it here, we're going to put it right down here because I think this gym really looks nice. We're going to have to slide it up a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and move this up slightly. Alright, we still have to go ahead and modify other lots too. We got lots that came with this world, so it's not just placing, it's actually modifying. Alright, let's slide you up slightly. Line up to the street. Hopefully it will go the right way. Hopefully. Come on, go the right way. Please. Just once. Just do it right, please. It takes a while. Alright, well, while you do that, I'm taking a break. I'm sorry. If you're going to process, so am I. My voice is just about shot. It's just done. So yeah, I can't really just sit here and ramble on and on and on. No, I'm about to save in just a second. This scares me right here because this is probably going to shut me down. It's probably going to time out on me. If it does, it does. I'm going to bed. I'll be done. We'll redo this tomorrow if it does. Alright, come on through, please. It doesn't look good. This is scary. There we go. Alright, so this lot is fine. We're going to just go ahead and save it. I am going to actually go into this lot real quickly. Couple of slight modifications. Not much. I've done this more extensive than others. But really, I just want to add a couple of little things and nothing big. I won't really change or save that lot. I do this all the time It's not that big of a deal. All right, let's go in here and let's while we're here and while we're on it, let's just do a couple of quick edits. Upstairs is where the actual gym part is. It's got plenty of treadmills, plenty of this. I am going to give it a little bit more for some athletic equipment. So there's two things I really want. First of all, we're going to go with our pull-up bars from Showtime. So we should be able to fit a couple of them back here, and whether or not they actually use them, well, they're there. So we've got them in. And then I believe there's another big empty room. This is their, what I call the aerobics or dance room. So I want to put the dance bar over here. Uh, some people, it bothers them to put it on the mirror. I don't care. I just put it wherever I want. So they'll use it no matter what. It's functional. It does work. So we're just going to go ahead and put a couple of them in. And the Sims tend to gravitate towards them, believe it or not. So, all right, we got those in there. That should be pretty good. There's really nowhere for them to grab a bite to eat, but there's tables, and that kind of bothers me that they don't have a place to eat. So if I roll the walls up, you've got this little bar right here, which is fine, but I want to give them just something they can grab a real quick meal. So just a random little empty basic refrigerator right there will cover that. So now they can at least get a quick meal. They won't starve to death, and it's fine. You've got a place there. As far as showers and all that, that's downstairs. They've got nice showers. Everything's good here. I don't have to change any of it. What I really wanted to look at was our pool area. So let's go over here first of all. These pools, it depends on how you want to do it. I've done it different ways, different times. If you want to put a diving board on, you're going to have to make some edits. So see, you can't really put one here. You have to put it either to the sides, which is fine. You could do two over here, and then that way they are covered with diving boards. Let me just make sure. It doesn't look like it's quite lined up, although it is. See, that's one tile away, one tile away. You got all this extra room. And then I believe you could also, I don't think you can fit it here unless you move this thing out. I think you have to move it, or you have to move the diving boards. Over here, I don't think you could put it over here if you wanted a waterfall. Yeah, I think you have to move one of the columns. So it's up to you if you want the columns or want the waterfall. I'm going to say no. We just really want a diving board for them to come over and get into it, because we're going to do some edits on the outdoor pool. The outdoor pool has a little bit more to it. So this one, I like to put the diving board over on the edge because you can fit it on both. It's the only only spots on here you can fit. And this is the one where I would actually go with the waterfall, because I think you could put two of them actually if you want, and just kind of gives them a little bit more. Yeah, some Sims will use them, some won't, but we can do that. And what I probably ought to do is copy their wood. I think really it's not that far off, so I was going to actually use this one, but I think really the default is fine. But just take a look. Alright, so there's wood versus that one. I kind of like the default better. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to just say no, I don't want that. And we're going to say it's good. So go ahead and X out of that one. There we go. If you want to give a pool slide for your kids, I believe you can fit it over here. Just make sure you've got room so that they can walk around. What I might do, I don't think I really want to do a slide. Can they get around that? See, that's the problem. They can't get around that column. But if you did the slide, we could do... Because sometimes the kids do come to the gym. It's not very often, but sometimes they do. And the adults like the slide too. My adults, they like it, so I put them in there. What you might want to do is just slide this one over slightly. Move this over. That way you know for sure they can get in and out. And so that will take care of the outdoor pool. Indoor pools just kind of like dive in, float, whatever. This one's more fun, active, whatever they want to do. But that gives you yet another place for them to come to. And I really, really, really like this gym quite a bit. I just don't use it as much. I don't believe they have, let me just double check. I believe they have just a stereo. So if you want music on for the gym, you'd probably have to put your speakers on up here. Or you could put another stereo up here as well. But I tend to leave it alone. They've got the TV. They have everything else they need. Think they're fine. This one, the only reason they've got the treadmill this way is so that they're watching the TV, but otherwise you'd think they could look outside, but really there's not a great view over here. So okay, I think I'm happy with it. That's good. They don't have they got these, they don't have like a grill or anything they could do outside, but they don't need it. They've got the refrigerator. And because I like the modification I just did, oh, I don't want to change it. I don't want to save it because the lot's the wrong size. So I don't want to do that. I want to wait till I put that same lot on a 30 by 40. So we're just going to just say, don't save it. Just deal with it. Okay, go back over here. Again, how far was I? It wasn't that far into it. Still got a long way to go. Oh, I say I do. Alright, where was I? There it was. Okay, we're not putting in these venues. I'm not putting you guys in. The theater, I would have put in over here too. It would have been nice, but I don't really use it. I don't go there very often. I think we've done this. We've done all of that in here. This is fine. I did that one. Okay, I'm not going to need the arcade. I'm just talking out loud. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Okay, if I want to put a dance club in, which we've already got one, I would put the grind in as well, but I would probably stick it out here in the middle of nowhere, because it would be fine. But I'm kind of holding off and not putting things out here. Barnacle Bay, nope, not doing you. I really want to move to the wedding venue. That's what I was trying to get to. Riverview Gymnasium, no, no, no. Okay. This lot size right here, you are a 40 by 40. I got plenty of room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I always like to just, if I can make one lot, I just like to manipulate it, use it again. I want to see if this lot right here will actually look okay here. It may or may not. So if it doesn't, we'll have to do some modifications. But because it was base game, it should be pretty much easy to go anywhere. So this was the one from Riverview that we did, but this is the actual Barnacle Bay version, which was a little bit bigger. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this one first and just kind of take a look at it and see what we think. We might change up the color scheme slightly, but let's just take a look and see if we need to make any massive changes to it. I know I would automatically have to change out some trees, but looking at the actual roof line, if I change the roof, that would work. I think this one will work pretty well for us. So I'm going to go ahead and accept it. Let me just make sure. If I want to line it up a little bit more, I could, but are they lined up perfectly? Yeah. Let's see if we can come up to the front. It'll give us a little bit more room if we want to move to the back. Alright, that didn't do it. Let's see if this will do. That did it. Alright, so that got us up here to the front. And, okay. I think we can work with that. Let's go ahead and go into the actual lot itself. Oh, you know what? I put it off to the side. But really, it doesn't bother me that it's off to the side. Or does it? Dadgummit, it does. It does bother me. Alright, sorry. We gotta do this again. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's try that one more time. I'll do it right. I will. Get you in here and just I wasn't watching it. I should have looked at it a little bit carefully, but I didn't. I hit this button, which brought it to the center. Let's go ahead and just push this one and see if it comes straight forward. Yeah, perfect. See, that would have driven me nuts because now it looks fine. All right, so here we go. Move this in, and let's work on it just slightly. Because I have to do this. I had no idea there were this many spawners on this lot. What did I put over here? Why would they have this many spawners on it? Did I just, because I moved it and because I sat it down twice? Is that what it did? Alright, well, you know what? What kind of spawner is it? Seed spawners. I don't need this many on this lot. I really don't. This will just get annoying. So I am going to make an executive decision myself. And I'm getting rid of them. I'm getting rid of a bunch of them. Because you can see that they're actually there. If I can find you to get out of here. Well, oh, there we go. See, if you could click on it more than once, then that means you've got several versions of it. Let's see, this one is common 2. Common 2, I don't need that. This one, common 2. And we've got the, whatchamacallit, we've got the venue up at the top of the hill. So let's just get rid of some of those. If I find that there's too many, that things are starting to spawn like crazy, I will delete a lot of these. But yeah, it just bothers me that there's so many of them. So I'm just going to take a few out. They're all the same spawner, by the way, so it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, that's just too much. Alright, how many spawners do we have now? Still too many. At least it is to me. This one, this one, this one. Alright, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd rather get down to just maybe a handful. All right, yeah, get rid of that one. That was one. I'm just moving them so if you move them, you can see that they're by themselves. If you move it like that, you realize that there's spawners on top of each other. So I really don't want to have that many. All right, 4 is probably your best if as a max. I wouldn't go more than 4. Um, Otherwise, you're asking for routing issue or lag issues, and you really don't want that. I'd rather have that outside, but it's still going to possibly spawn in our wedding venue area. All right, so here we go. So, yep, all those are seeds. They were all common 2s, by the way. Okay, so we're good as far as the venue itself. I do want to change the roof type a little bit. I want to make it more of this type. So let's go over here and just color the roof. It was just a regular basic brown. Let's see which one do I want to use. It's got to be base game, so it's that one right there is fine. That would work for me. So let's go ahead and keep that roof in. As far as color scheme, Riverview is blue. I want to move these trees out because these trees are a bit wrong for this world. So let's get these trees out. First of all, get you gone. Get you gone. And we're going to go with, they like the big redwood trees here actually. But I think this one's massive. So if you really want to do it, you can. It's a little bit too big though for here. Unless you do it over on this side. But those are really big. I wonder if there's a smaller version of it. There probably is. Yep, small redwood. Alright, so that one's a little bit better. Let's just go ahead and put it over here. But turn it. I don't want the... I don't want it to actually overpower everything else. So that should be okay. We're going to move another one over here. And I'm going to put... put one over here. I'm going to move these again. Don't think that they're staying where they're at. They're not staying. I'm just putting them over here. Maybe too much. Maybe way too much. Alright. Let's get you out of here first. I mean, these trees I could live with. I really could. The little yellow ones that we had, I could actually stick in there and be okay with it. We're going to put it on the outside. I don't like this at all. I don't like these trees at all. Do I think I want to just stick with the other trees? I'd rather have these. If I'm going to have them, I'm going to have these. These are better. Those redwood trees are just too much. So let's go with the fir trees. They're a lot better. They're smaller. They're easier to deal with. Let's just go with the fir trees. Okay, let's go. We're going to put one over here where this tree is. I'll have to just move you out. We'll put one over here somewhere. So let me see if I can just find a spot. Temporarily, you're over there. We're going to put a couple of them over here. And we'll put one over here. Alright, that should be enough. I think there was one other one that I wanted to just... Yeah. Alright, fine. I'll just duplicate. Alright, you're out of here. Get you out first. I can't pick it up. Alright, there we go. Pick you up, and we'll put you right in here. Alright, that works. Alright, you're out of here. We'll move you off to the side. Just basically replacing the trees while I can. Right, you are in the center, and I certainly hope that you will go in the center too. Yes, you do. There we go. So we got that one. That one's fine. It's where it should be. This one over here, let's just take you out. Make sure you turn your leaves around so they're not just like going through things that you don't want them going through. That should be fine. And then these, get rid of you. Slide you up slightly. Get rid of you. And then we'll go take a look at it and see what we think. Okay. Well, it definitely matches more into the theme of the world because this is what the trees are that are around them. So I think it does. So I think that would actually fit. Yeah, I could have probably stuck another one of these over here somewhere, but this is fine. Okay, as far as the color scheme, let me just take a look at the color scheme. Since I've got everything here the same as Riverview, I was kind of thinking that we actually go a little bit different. Let's see, just maybe make it like a green, because this world is all green. So we're going to just go ahead and maybe bring this up a little bit darker. There we go. Okay, so now if we take this same color pattern and we just kind of duplicate it everywhere. So it's going to take us a while. We got to do some duplicating. It's not bad. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but Everywhere where we got blue, we're going to take it over and we're going to turn it into a green one. So we can just say that we have a different theme. It's fine. I mean, if you don't want to do this step, obviously just don't do it. But to me, I just want to kind of keep it all a little bit more uniform. And I wanted each town to have a little bit different, distinctive look. But I didn't do this with Barnacle Bay. I did not. I was going to, forgot to. I just changed this color scheme here. Go ahead, change your color. Takes a second. Once it does, it'll register it. There we go. And then take your color scheme, put it over on the outside. Go out here. There we go. And hold on. I'm not quite done with you yet. I'm not done. Alright, let's go ahead and take this one out. And we'll use that one. Okay, so there we go. So we got these. I have not forgotten. I got to do the arch. So we're going to put the arch up here. This one, actually, I put it in wood, but I'm going to just put the color in there. There we go. So now the wedding venue itself is almost done. We have the vases we have to worry about. And we're just going to grab that color. There's you. Okay. And then we got, now I do already have a wedding venue in this town. It's at the big park that I showed you guys, but I'm not planning on actually using it all the time because that one's more like a quickie wedding that they're going to do at the last minute. So that's why I didn't really do much with it. All right, we'll go with that one, and we'll get you over here. Just grabbing it out. It's probably going to color the whole table. Yeah, always does. So I'll hide you over, and we'll take this one. This is the tedious part of doing all this stuff because, I mean, some people are just like, I don't care. I've done it so many times where I just say, it's not worth it. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to what I was, to the basics. But I don't know if I'm here, I just want to go ahead and do it, get it done. Let's go ahead and take, I believe, you'll work here. Okay. Now we got to work on the chairs. All right, get all this out of here. There is a lot to do on this lot. So again, it's just one of those, once I do it, I like to just say I've done it. I don't have to come back to it. It's finished. I probably won't save this one because, well, then again, I might save this one, but it'll be kind of just a little hard for me to go back and see it. All right, let's go put you here. Can't believe I got all these other chairs to go do. I'm assuming it's probably going to fix this. That'll work. I can live with it. What about you? Perfect. Alright, we're going to go inside, up here. So we've just kind of taken it from our blue theme from Riverview, given it a green one. It's still the same venue. It'll still work. It does everything we want it to do, but just a little slightly different look. So all my wedding pictures won't look exactly the same. It would be kind of a bad thing. Not that it would matter, but alright, so there we go. We got these trees, and then there's a couple of benches over here we have to worry about, and we should be in good shape. And then if you get to this point, you hate that shade of green, you have to redo it all. So you should probably make sure you like it. I do like it. I like the green. I think it's just going to be, I mean, it's going to kind of just blend in quite a bit because that's all this world is green. But I like it. I think it'll be a good choice for us here. If you want to actually extend this and give yourself more room, you can. I can't really think of anything else I'd want to have on the venue for the wedding lot. So as far as I'm concerned, it's good. It's done. I'm going to go ahead and just say, yep, we're fine. Let's get you out of here. I'm happy with it. Okay, let's go ahead and save so we don't lose all that progress because that was quite a bit of creative style. Anytime I do anything like that that's tedious, I stop and save. I don't want to double up my work. Okay. We were up to the gazebo, which means we're not that far away. That was the Barnacle Bay version. We did the arcade. They've got pools. We're going to go and fix their pools in a minute. Wandering Hole, I'm not putting that in, although I could. That's the one from Barnacle Bay. Yeah, let's leave that as exclusive. The Club 357, I'm going to leave. Still debating. there's a lot of other lots that I would like to bring in here as well. Okay, we're going to say that's it for adding lots. So yeah, that means we got a lot of empty lots that we can work with. And I kind of like that because as your game progresses, some games you might want more than others. So if I really wanted those Showtime lots in, I've got plenty of places that I could go in and I could stick them in. But I would only do that if I know I'm going to use that venue. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of lots. You guys saw when I had those issues in my old Hidden Springs version. Okay, let's go over to this park first. We're going to start on this side. All right, everything over here is fine. I don't really modify or mess with this. It is a big lot. Not a 64 by 64, but it is close. Um, there's nothing on it. There's really nothing on this lot whatsoever. But if you want to fix that lot up, that would actually, I think you can delete it and put a 64 by 64 here. I believe I have. I wouldn't do that until I'm finished, and then I can make a duplicate of this file and then mess with it. But you could put the Showtime lot for the Performance Park if you want. But we already have Performance Park in, so I don't need to mess with it. We're going to go to this one right here. This is our playground. And remember, I didn't put the other one in from whatchamacallit, from Generations because I knew I had this. We have most everything that we want, but we want to add just a couple of small items, and that would all be under outdoor activities. Again, we're going to use this little spring rider thing here for the kids. So find a spot that you want to use it, and I think I've used them basically right over here. So we'll just grab a couple. I'm trying to use different ones that I didn't use at the other lot. So we'll use these two. That ought to be good. And then for our lot over here, there are two different hopscotch courts, and I believe I used that other one, so I'm going to use this one today over on this side. Now the problem is that this lot's got a lot of terrain sculpting, and of course that is a tree. It looks like there's a tree right there. So if I put this here, nope, I guess there's not. So I guess it's not inside of a tree. So that one should work. And other than that, do we want to put a sandbox in? We could, but it's like there's so much over here. What I'd rather have instead of a sandbox is, because they've got picnic tables, they don't have any type of a way to eat. So we're going to do two things. We're going to go ahead first. We're going to give them a grill, and it's pretty simple and easy to do. Just put a grill in, and they should be good. But we're going to also go into our buy debug. So let's go into buy debug, and let's take a look real quick. If we want to go, I believe, into miscellaneous, and we're going to dig down. It's going to take us a minute to look. This should have come just with the base game, so if I want to filter it, oh shoot, I do that every time. I hate that. Alright, we're not going to filter, we're just going to look. Ceiling area lights. Alright, I don't want any of you. Don't want any of you. Make sure I'm not looking at the wrong place. Park cars, no. Alright. There's just so much, and so having to go through here, it gets tedious after a while. You finally just give up, but I'm not going to give up yet. Not doing it yet. I'm trying. Alright. It's all the toys. Toys, I don't need toys. I don't want you. Alright. Sorry, I'm looking for specific things, and I don't see exactly what I want yet. I will find it, and I'll put it in here eventually. Alright, where are we at? If I was one of you, where would I go? This is why they really, really needed a sorting feature, or actually just a search bar in their build by catalog, because there's so much stuff. There's just so much stuff all over the place. But unfortunately, they didn't give us one of those. They did do it for Sims 4, which was awesome. I think that's a really good addition to the game. I hope they never get rid of that, especially if they go to a Sims 5. But it was definitely worth whatever effort they had to do to put that in. Alright, I don't see it, but it's in here. I know it's in here. I've seen it before. I've used it before. It's been a while, but it's all good. We don't have to put one if we don't want one. Road crate, don't want that. It's a picnic table, or a picnic basket. So and it may be in the other section, but I thought it was here. Um, I thought it was. I may be going right past it, but I was just looking to see if I could find it, and I guess I'm not gonna find it today. You guys probably know where it is. They're screaming at me. No, I don't see it. Again, it should be a base game item, so it shouldn't have any of these other icons on it. It may be a spawner. Um, for all I know, it is. Alright. Nope, 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 nope. Oh well. I was gonna do that for him. There's your big show crowd. If you're making a big show venue, which I've done, they're not easy, but I've done them. Um, and testing them is not always the easiest thing. So I guess I don't see the one I want. I'll keep looking for it, but I was going to put a picnic basket out here that would spawn that they would use. You know how you see them randomly at the different parks. I was going to try to find one here, but I don't see it, and I'm not going to waste all my time looking for one that I can't find because I'm sure it's probably in here. I thought it'd be under miscellaneous, not under all this. I wouldn't think it would be in any of those, and this should be everything. Cause that's what I've got is everything. No, it's miscellaneous, so it shouldn't be. So again, it's all right. Um, I could try outdoor activities. I thought it was under Bite a Bug, but if it's over here, it would be under outdoor cooking. Um, yeah, it's not. It's not a little picnic basket. It's just not here. Outdoor activities, maybe. Um, okay, I don't see you here either. That's all right. We've got a grill here, which is actually better. It's really what I wanted was the grill, so they can actually cook. The only other thing that you might consider adding here would be a bathroom. But if you're playing this game with the real estate function, which I don't always do, they're going to ask you to put one over here. So it's kind of one of those, do you put one now? And then you're stuck with, oh, I already did that. So I'm going to hold off on doing a bathroom. It would be nice. I could put the all-in-one over here. That doesn't count, and it doesn't register as a bathroom. But typically, if I'm coming to the park, I already have arranged it. Well, you know what? While we're here, while we're doing it, I'm going to put in just the little all-in-one outhouse just because I hate having to be all the way out here. Usually my Sims live on the other side of town. You're all the way over here. They have nowhere to go. But at least there now it's a bathroom. So we can eat. We can get ourselves cleaned up and play. We should be in good shape. So that's actually a pretty good park. I like it. Everything we need is in it. Takes care of all the different age groups as well. Okay, moving on. Let's go to Hans Tavern. We're going to go do some major edits here too. I like this one. However, a couple of things we got to get rid of. First of all, I'm going to move all you guys out slightly. And I'm going to try to keep them in order, or at least in the right spot. I probably won't. Alright, move you over here, and you go over here. As I've told you guys before, I'm going to have to move some things because this won't let me delete because it's got counters up above. But let's go ahead and move those counters. If you move the counters out, you can actually work with it. I hate platforms. I hate them. It just drives me nuts. They look good, don't get me wrong. They look great, but I just don't like them. I just would rather get rid of them. Alright, that light's what's messing me up here. Alright, so you're actually something that's above you too. Yep, got the lights. So if you just have that, just move your lights over by one. Move your light over a couple. And then we'll delete you. Oh, there goes the thunder. It's pretty late tonight. I'm surprised. Alright, move you over where you were. Move you back over. Okay, you guys can kind of go back where I had you. I try to keep them all in the right spot. Alright, move you over. There we go. Everybody kind of slides back where they're supposed to be. At least I hope I'm doing this right. I think I am, but I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Just one more. And we'll move you over here. Okay, so basically all we did was just took care of that. We got rid of that spot. And that's really the main thing I wanted to get rid of. However, that's not the only thing. What we're going to do is we're probably going to get rid of a couple of those anyway. So I just moved them over. But I like them to be able to use this lot, but I don't want to actually put like a food register or something, or like a bistro bar, because then it just generates another NPC in your game, and I just don't want to do that. So instead, if we go over here and we put this oven, unfortunately, it doesn't fit where I want it. So we're going to move you over. Um, how about I move? I like this corner thing though. I didn't really want to mess with that. What if we moved you here? I'm gonna get rid of you probably. Let's see if I can get you over here. There's not enough room to get around that, is there? So really, I guess I do have to do it that way, or forget it all together. Let's just move this up a little bit. How about we do this? We'll just do it this way. We'll give ourselves a little bit more room. If you don't have room, make your room. All right, go and move you over. There we go. Now we got some more room. Unfortunately, this light's gonna have to go. If I put you over here, shoot. There we go. Now I'm getting what I want. It's taking me forever, but I'm finally getting what I want. Okay. As far as the color scheme, I just think we ought to match it a little bit more with the world. So let's go and just put this over here like this. There we go. It'll work enough for me. And so now we've got ourselves a venue where they could come over, they would cook for themselves, but you need a refrigerator, so we're going to have to actually get that. So let's move our light over here just two. Was wondering if I should just do a get rid of one of those. I should just get rid of one of these, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's just annoying. It's in the way. Put our light back over here, and then we will also try to do the same thing. Let's just get, instead of doing the same actual pattern, hey, follow my directions, please. We'll just grab the color. Just put the color in here. Well, it doesn't look right though, like the right color, but it says it is, so I'm going to say it is. Let's try that again. Alright, put that there. I swear it doesn't look like it changed colors like it should have. It's not that gray, but it says it is. What if I do it this way? No, no. That looks hideous. But I like the other part. Hold on. Yeah, I want to get rid of that. Let's go ahead and look at this again. What if we did... Oh, it's this color. That's what I was... Oh, hold on. Stop it. You messed me up. I hate when I do things wrong. I really do. Alright, I was looking at the wrong one. Alright, grab you. There, that's what I was looking for. Fantastic. Finally. Alright. Now I want to take you, put you down. There we go. Now we're matched. Okay, as far as our bathrooms are fine. I don't need anything. I don't need a shower here for this lot. I really don't. The only other thing I would like to put over here is another thing that comes in the kitchen area. So let's go over here. It's going to be the grill. So we're going to put the grill outside. Let's go ahead and move this table. We don't really need this table, so I'm going to just delete it. And we'll put the grill over here, and they can actually come over and use it should they want to. Hang on, why can't I go there? Because the stairs, there are no stairs. There's stairs over there. It's fine. I mean, that's basically where I wanted, but I was kind of curious why I couldn't go any further. I guess it was there. Alright, so we've got ourselves a grill over here, but it's a different type of grill, so they would actually have to use that. If you want the regular grill, you can put that one out as well, but I kind of figure we've got parts for grills. Here we could actually come over and do the wood fire oven. We could also go ahead and do this one as well. And so it just gives you a different reason to come over here. Only other thing that I might do is go into Build By real quick, and let's go into Community Objects, go over to Miscellaneous, grab ourselves a speaker set, and we're going to put that over there. I'm going to leave it as the default color. It's fine. Make sure we change this thing over to a different type of music. Maybe we're going to make this more of your songwriter one, because I like that one too. So that will give us some music on the lot. Gives us pretty much everything we need. If they're going to grill out, they can use this grill and go anywhere to these tables or these. Inside they can use this. So it's a perfect little do-it-yourself cafe type of lot. So I don't really want an NPC coming up here, but that's all I really need. So I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I save because I don't want to go back and redo all that again either. So Again, you can change up yours however you want. That's what I was going to do for mine. Make it simple, make it basic. Because usually they come over, they're done, and also they've got places over there they can bring their computers and use and do whatnot. So that's good. Okay, the rest of this I am leaving alone. I've got these lots out here. I'll probably switch you back over to residential. Their potential for homes or for future growth, if I decide there's something in the lot in the town that I want and I need the spot, I've got them over there. This lot up here, I leave it alone because if we're going to use it as a resort, I would have to come in and do all the modifications myself. So I'm not gonna mess with that one. This one over here, we're gonna go take a look at their pools. That's about it. And all I really wanted to do with their pools, see, I know they've got these nice little chairs over here, but to me it's kind of pointless. There's really no need to have them. They've got all these other ones, so it's up to you if you want to keep them or not. I'm gonna get rid of them. And instead, we're going to put something else over here as well. Let's go ahead and take over here. It's your choice. For the diving board, I'm putting the diving board right there. That's just what I thought would be better. And we're going to go with our slide. So this is for the kids to come over here. And I think it'll fit if you turn it the right way. It should. Oh, no, it's got a corner. It's on the edge. Dadgummit. Can't be, it can't be turned. It cannot be at an angle. Maybe it can if you get rid of this chair, that ladder. Let's just see if it will. I don't think it will. I think you got to do it differently. Let me just double check. Will it fit? It looks like it wanted to, but it didn't. Yeah, it won't fit. All right, so sorry, kids, you get nothing. You get nothing at all. However, I believe you can do a waterfall if you want it, can't you? No, it's got to be 3. So really, at this point, I'd rather just go back, bring my chairs back over, and then make sure I get my I'll get my diving board. So I tried, but there's really nothing you can do with that. So there we go. So they got a diving board over here on this side that they can use. It's about all they really want, or really all they need. On the other pools, we can do some more work as well. So on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to actually take this one right here. Give me my destruction tool, please. It takes a while. And we're going to go ahead and take out 1, 2, 3, and 4. And probably 5. So there we go. So take these out. Let's go ahead and use, it takes a while for it to register that you're changing tools. Go ahead and take this one, and then we'll go over into our pool. Right here, we can go ahead and now, we should be able to fit this in without any issues. I don't really care for the color scheme. I don't really want to copy that, but I guess you could go with the red because they've got the red wood here. It's going to be very, very, very bold if you want it. We can look at it, but it's going to be pretty stark, I think. No, actually, it'll look okay. It'll look good. Let's go ahead and change this up slightly. Let's put you over here. Give you the same thing all the way across, and that'll work. Okay, as far as diving boards or anything like that, if you want them, you can get them. But you have to be very careful where you put them. There's only a couple of places that they'll fit. So we're going to move your ladders. I don't know why they have double ladders right here. We're going to put the ladders over here by the waterfall. That's going to be their 2 escape routes right here. Let's just slide you over slightly. Okay, at this point, if we want a diving board, it should fit with no problems right here. Hopefully that's not going to get in their way. It shouldn't get in the way. And that gives us enough. I don't really need a slide, but if I want one, I could probably put it over here on this side if I really, really was desperate for one. So if we want to actually do something for the kids, I was going to do the one at the other venue, but I thought, I never used this one, and I ought to just start using it more. But there's nothing to do over here. So let's go ahead and take you out. You out, and we've got to go back and make a couple of modifications in just a minute. I think if I did it wrong, why don't we do this? Let's just take that, and this one's going to be, we're just shortening up our pool quite a bit. Didn't really want to shorten it, but I did. I may end up going back and redoing that. Let's go ahead and move you here. Let's move you here. Is that what I wanted? pretty much as sharp as it gets, isn't it? I don't want that. I'd rather give me the destruction tool. I don't know. I may end up undoing all of this, by the way. So just bear with me. All right, go ahead and move you this way. Oops, I had it right where I wanted. Move you that way. Okay, let's go ahead and move this. Let's go ahead and do all of that here. And it does make this pool quite a bit shorter. However, that's okay. We'll move our light first. Let's get that back where it was. Now our pool got changed slightly, so we need to change this back over so that it actually follows the same pattern as the rest of the pool, and so it doesn't look like two different pools that were joined together, which is kind of what it was looking like, but that's okay. We don't want a Frankenstein pool today. Alright, let's see if we can put a slide out for the children. Hopefully it'll work this time. It should, but then again, it's my game. It wants to fight me. Alright, so we've got a slide for the kids. They want to come over and enjoy it, so that way it's for everybody. But I don't like the color scheme, so let's go ahead and change that out slightly. Let's go ahead and make it match the pool. There we go. It's a little bit better. It's different. Alright, so we're good with our two pools here. That gives us plenty of things for them to do. Kids can enjoy it. Adults can enjoy it. It's all fine with me. Go ahead and get out of this one. As for the rest of this up here, let's see, this lot, I like this lot, but I don't know that there's much I want to change about it. I think it's pretty much, it's good on its own because you can cook, but we need a grill or something out here. So I think that's the only major thing that I want to add is just give them a way to actually make real food. The grill, I always just use the basic grill. So we'll just put one over here. I know you can do that if you're buying the property, but they've got bathrooms and everything that they already use. You can put it all in one shower if you want a shower venue. I don't really bring a whole lot of other stuff out here. I really don't. I just leave this alone. It's just basically a place for them to come out, sit, enjoy, take pictures, draw, whatever, use their computer. I don't do much else to it. I think it's fine the way it is for me. But that's just me. Other people really like to go through and make big modifications. I don't. Alright, we've covered all of these areas. We're not doing anything residential. We're not doing anything down here. We've covered all of this. I'm not changing you guys up. None of this gets changed. The library is fine. I like the library just as it is. Let's go take a look at this pool. And this one we do need to make a few modifications both on the inside and outside. Alright, the inside pool. Up to you if you want a diving board. I always just like diving boards. I don't know why. It's just me. Because the Sims get gravitated towards it. They go do it. So I just figure, put one in. And plus, this is the only indoor pool that they have besides the one we put at the, whatchamacallit, the new gym. Alright, over here, we're going to go ahead and do a slide over here. And if you want to put a waterfall in, you're going to have to choose one of these two sides. So I don't think the ladder can go where the lights are. I think it's going to get knocked off, and that's really the only thing you have a choice of. As you put your as far over, put another one as far over. I think if you want a waterfall, it should. Nope, not going to fit. All right, so you have to make a decision as to. Okay, this ladder can go over here. Oh, can't because of the light. All right, so you're kind of out of luck if you want a double ladder, which you don't need two ladders really, so you can get rid of one. Let's go ahead and move you. And I don't even need a waterfall, but oh, I guess I can't because of the chairs. Maybe it's the chairs. No, it's the stupid lounge chairs, which have to back you up. You would be in my way, wouldn't you? All right, let's roll the walls up. See what I'm messing with. All right, move you back first. That should give me enough room. There we go. Yeah, do I want that there? Do I even want one? I'm debating on even wanting one in here. We already have the waterfall with the other one. To be honest with you, I don't really think I need it. So I'm going to undo that. Put my chairs back. Put my ladders back where they were. I don't even know if I really want to mess with it. The only thing I really would like to do, though, is just put the decorative thing on the bottom. So we'll put a seashell mosaic right about here. And I think we're okay. As far as indoors, You could put a register here, or you could put something where they could grab something to eat. I bet the best thing would probably be to do just quick meals. So let's just see if we can throw a refrigerator in. I don't know if they could use that or not though. So instead, let's just slide you guys up just a little bit, so we know for sure that they can actually function. Otherwise, it's an issue. I slide you over. That probably is going to mess up that chair. It's going to mess up the chair, isn't it? Dadgummit. I don't even know why I'm doing this, to be honest with you. I could get rid of one of these tables. They've got plenty of them. Let's just get rid of this one. If you do that, then you know you're okay. It probably would have been fine, but see, that's just such a tight little, it's a little tight little area. Unless you slide it out, but then they can't use that table. So then you kind of defeated the purpose. But if we did it this way, then we move this one over here. Alright, we'll still have to change the flooring up a little bit to make it match. Let's just change the flooring. Let's change this flooring. Okay, that way they could actually use it. There's no, they didn't have bar stools over here anyway, so it's not really a big deal for me anyway. But that way it is functional as a little mini kitchen as well. There's not enough room for them to put bar stools here to get around it, to be honest with you. But I kind of like the tables in case you have more than, several Sims that need to go sit down, whatever. And if you're playing with your computers, you could go use them. There's plenty of them. Let's just leave the rest of this alone. The rest of this is fine. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do the nice waterfall, but then again, maybe not. Now, if you want to get even fancier, which we could get fancy if we want, we could actually go over here and we could just do a nice large fountain geyser right here in the middle of the pool and give ourselves a little bit different look of our pool. So, and then that way it just kind of gives us something that they looks like they can actually be playing in the water fountain. They really aren't, but it just kind of makes it, gives it a little bit different look. So I think we're going to be fancy today with a nice little fountain spraying out of our pool. So there you go. Lot done. That works for me. No, oh, wait. No. Let's do one more thing. Let's go. I mean, if you're going to go fancy, shouldn't you go all the way? Let's try something else. We got to do one more thing. All right, so we've got our fountain in there. We've got our fountain geyser. Well, that one was the large one. And then what we could do is we could do a little medium one off to the side, a medium one off to the side, and then I'll just have to line them up. Oh, they're already lined up. Do another medium. Do another medium. Let's go ahead and slide these a little bit closer. Whoops, you were where I wanted you. Stop. I want you. I want you right here. I want you right there. There we go. So now we're super fancy. So there we go. And if you want to go even fancier, you could just do the little ones right here on the little corners here as well. Let's see if we can do that. Let's try to go on the outside of it. Kind of make it a big square. But hold on. I've got you the wrong spot. I just need to move you over by one. Okay, so now we are ultra fancy. We've done the whole thing. And if we look at it at night, yay, look at our beautiful water fountain. So there you go. And it's just something extra, something to add to your town. So there we go. Our pool is now sparkling. It truly is, because that's its name, is what, sparkling, no, rejuvenating waters. Well, there you go. We made it rejuvenate. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop and save again because, at least I didn't do fancy chairs or fancy stupid things from Bridgeport. Still drives me nuts. I couldn't get that to work. Drove me absolutely crazy. All right, we got one more major lot to do, which is this little discotheque right here. So Lars is getting his discotheque upgraded. And of course I got the lights off, so let's turn the lights back on. Now this is a weird lot because they give you, not only do they give you speakers, but they give you a stereo. You don't need both, so get rid of it. And then of course look and see what they've actually got there. They've got it changed to classical. Who wants that? Not in a bar. I don't want that there. We're gonna go ahead and go with we'll go with electronica for this one, and As far as these, I love these lights. I'm just going to slide them out of here for a minute. Let's go ahead and move them over here to the edges. Right there. Okay, let's go ahead and find out of late night real quick. Let's get ourselves a dance bar. Or a dance floor. I don't think we could fit the medium unless we move those lights completely off, which we can, but you could definitely fit a small. Small may be too small, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and go with the small for right now. Let's just move these lights in a little bit closer so they're not just quite right on top of them. Alright, move those over here and put you over here. Let's go ahead and grab a color scheme out of this one. I wonder if I could do the same thing. Hold on. Alright. Nope, it's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. Stop it. Give me the right tool, please. Alright, go with this. It doesn't fit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab this color scheme. See if we can make it work for this one. Alright, that'll work. It's good. Okay, so we didn't really go too far as our dance floor, but we're good. Let's take out the bar, because that bar is pitiful. But before we do that, let's grab the bars we want, which would be, I'll go with the professional ones. Alright, we're going to take that bar out, copy this one over. Hopefully it will look the right way. Okay, can't really tell, so I need to go take it out. Let's take a look at it and see it actually in the sunlight, so it looks a little bit better. Okay, it's all gray, which is fine. It's kind of like that stainless steel look. I can live with it. It's fine with me. I don't really care. Some people may not like it, but it works. Let's take this chair. Let's take this chair. And we're going to get rid of you. I'm going to move you guys out. You're going to go flip yourself around. And we're going to put you in the center. That should be centered. At this point, what I want to do is I want to grab a couple of islands. And we'll grab one over here and we'll duplicate what we got over here. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go and grab you. I'll put you over. Hey. Alright, put you over here. Now let's take your chair. There we go. Now we're looking good. There we go. Get rid of this. And we've got ourselves a bar. This side over here, you don't really need two bars. If you do, you're going to have all these mixologists show up. So I really just need the one. The one is fine. Put the walls back up. So we've got our one major bar over here. As far as this side over here, it's entirely up to you what you want to put. I may leave it alone. I may not put much of anything at all. I'm trying to think what else comes with the bars. Let's see what comes in late night. You could go with some arcade machines if you want, which I was kind of thinking we might do. Look at the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff. Sometimes they come up with some stuff as well. There is this, what should we call it, this little arcade machine. So I'm trying to go grab some stuff that I don't normally see. What is this? Oh, this is our this is the lights. I think you can put it over here if you really want it. If you want to have that for your little discotheque bar. It could go anywhere, but we're going to maybe put it upstairs if we remember. I'll probably forget. Alright, let's take a look down a little bit further into late night. I will give them a couple more of these just because it just gives them something to do at the bar, just hanging out. Alright, so we got a dance floor. We got this. I do need some effects. Let's get this one. That's the large. I want this one. If I put it right here in the center, there we go. So that should take care of our disco lights. We ought to get some effects here as well. So let's go ahead and get our effects machine. I don't want a strobe light. I really don't. I'd rather have these. And if I could do these, where do I put them? Because, you know, there's really not really a good spot for them. I guess we could put them on the edge. I really don't want to go right in the center, but I could. Alright, that was actually better the way it was. Can you not go to an angle? Well, you can, but you got to be over that way. It's just too bad. I could go with one here, and I could go with one of them over here. So we got our party effects machines. Is that the right way? can't tell which is the front at this point. It looks like that would be. Um, Probably wrong. Let me just double check. No, I can't tell. I guess that's the arrow right there. Alright. How did I do this one? Yeah, that's how I did it. Okay, so that'll work. So we've got ourselves our nice little bar. If you look down here, it's all well lit up. Everything's good. I like that. Let's go ahead and go upstairs and take a look at this. This is where I go ahead and grab my where you at? My bubble machine. We'll put it here. Unfortunately, you have to use a certain type of chair. You have to use these right here. So we're going to go grab it, take the pattern off of this one, and make it look like it fits here. So we'll go ahead and put you over here. If you want to put another bar up here, you can. The problem is it's outdoors. So if you've got your poor bartender over here, it's going to be dying because there's nowhere for him to get out of the weather. So that's why I don't really want to mess with that. All right, let's get this one. Make sure it looks like that. There we go. Now we want to do 4 of those. So we got 1, 2, 3, and I don't know that I matched it up or lined it up. So let's just make sure that it moves. Nope. Okay, if it moves together, it's all good. However, is that a door? Yeah. I hate to do that near a door. So we're going to slide you guys over a little bit. We're going to slide you guys to the back. We're going to put the bubble bar over here on the side. I'm going to slide you guys back in the front. Alright, so bubble bars over here. They didn't really line them up. I'm not lining them up that much either. I just kind of want them somewhere over here. That'll work. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do outside. As far as bar stuff, I wouldn't mind them doing, let's see. Why don't we get you guys over here slightly? If we could go up here into, where are you at? I hate when it moves out where I was. If we put a dartboard out here, they would actually come out and use that possibly. Maybe, maybe not. Trying to think there's something else. I don't know. We could go with the rodeo thing, couldn't we? We could do it out here. It would have plenty of room. So they don't have one in this town. So why don't we go grab one? That's gonna be up here. Showtime. Or we could do karaoke. But we already have karaoke. It's at the bar or the what you call it? The we don't have one of these guys. That's what we don't have. Hold on. We could get both. That's the thing. We can get both of them in here. Our pool table would be good, but outside, not sure how outside is going to work. If I look for the bucking bronco, it's right here. So I'll throw you off the top of the building, send you out of there. I don't know that it really fits the theme though of a discotheque, so that's why I'm kind of leaning against it because it doesn't quite do it justice. Let's see. Let's move you back a little bit. I was thinking we do something like this. If I could turn you slightly. Okay, there we go. I could turn you at an angle. I wonder if I could do this. I don't know if it'll work. But we're going to try the color scheme. See if I can make it sort of look like it fits with the theme here. Because it doesn't look like it at this point. Oh yeah, now that's fancy. I like it. I like that one quite a bit. Alright, so that'll work. And so now we've got something else for them to come over and use. That's awesome. How about, let's see, anything over here I want to use? I could put a bathroom out here if I was being nice to my Sims, but there already is a bathroom. What I'd rather do is get them, how about get you guys a machine that you go take pictures in. You can go right through the lights. That's bizarre. What is this over here? Oh, that's your that's your entrance. Yeah, I don't want to block that. That would not be good. We could do that downstairs, actually. That would be fine to maybe put back. Do I even have one of these in the world somewhere? I think I do. I could put it over here by this door. It blocks the ladies' bathroom. Don't think that's really a good choice. That blocks the entrance. But it's not. Yeah, it does. It blocks the entrance too much. That could work. I mean, it's still a little obnoxious to me. I don't really want to put it there. We don't need it, so we'll get rid of it. Other than that, karaoke could have worked upstairs if we want to do an outdoor karaoke bar. But the thing is, if they start doing that, doesn't it cut the sound off for the rest of the bar? So I kind of want to steer clear of that. Um, I think there's enough. We've got this over here they could use. We've got this. We've got arcade machines. We've got a dance floor. We've got a bar to drink at. Um, we've got dartboards. So I think this is actually going to be fine. And we changed it to electronica. So we're going to leave it as is. I'm not going to make any other changes to it. So I think this is good. Let's take a look at it out the nighttime. Walls up. All right, go upstairs. Looks like we're fine. We got lights out here. So I think that would be good. I think that would work out pretty well. Could have put a fountain in there too. That would have been nice. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we save. Again, I've left a lot of empty lots for future growth, and that's basically if I'm playing a game and I've got a bunch of houses that I was like, I need families to live places. I don't want to have to go through and start picking and choosing and evicting people that I don't like. I want to be able to just give myself some room. So that's why you'll notice it. Plus, if I want to do Showtime, I've got, let's see, this is a 30 by 40. So yeah, that one would fit. Pretty much all the other lots will fit except for the big show venue. And like I said, if you really try, you could probably squeeze the big show venue in here. If you demolish this lot, put a bigger one in place. Or you can get rid of that and just put it there instead. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think that's really it. I've covered all putting all my lots in. I got my wedding venue in, which was the major thing I really wanted to get done. Um, Speaking of which, did we change it to whatever its type is? Hangout. Is it a hangout or is it a big park? Uh, I'm gonna change it to big park because I think that's how you throw a party or throw a wedding out. You can do it there. If I have to, I can change it back. That's such an easy edit you can do in game, so I don't really worry about that. But I'm gonna just change it to a big park. The rest of this, I didn't change this lot up here, this poolside retreat. It's the only one I didn't touch. So let's go here and just take a look at it real quick. All right, this one, not a whole lot of room. So, you know, everything's very much angled and curved and whatnot. So really, you kind of have to pick and choose what you want to do. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of debating on whether I want to do the diving board or not. I know where I would put it if I was going to do it. It just involves a little bit of moving things around, and let's just try it. If I don't like it, we can always just delete it, right? So let's go ahead and just do a 1, 2, and a 3, and let's try a curved pool. Let's go ahead and do turn you around. I had you where I wanted you. Oh, it won't work that way, will it? That's too much of an angle. It's not what I want. But if I did it this way, and then did it this way, which looks terrible, I could put the diving board there if I really wanted to. It would go right here. It just seems pretty sharp of a turn right there. You got this this really sharp corner. That's the only part I don't really care for. But we could do that, and then they could get around behind it if we wanted to. But I'm just not sold on it, so I'm going to go back to all of it. Say, nah, we'll just leave that. I guess the only other alternative is to just move this over here to the side, which it should fit. Put your diving board here, which is a little bit easier. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just duplicate. Let's go ahead and, I said duplicate. Go ahead and give me this again. Hold on. And we'll put a ladder there. Alright, so then that way they at least have a diving board to get into it. So, wasn't that at an angle? Why is that not at an angle? I don't know. I don't know either, but I thought that was at an angle too, to match this one, but it's not. It's kind of weird. You would think that it would be. Oh well, that's the way they did it. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, so down here, the only other place I'd probably put a diving board would be down here, and that would be at this one right there. I'm not going to worry about. You could do a fountain. You really could. There's easy spot for it right there. But really, I'd probably put it. Probably put it there, I guess. Go ahead and do the same thing with your woods. That should cover all of it, shouldn't it? There you go. No slide for the children. Sorry, kids. You're out of luck. You want to slide, go next door. That's about it. Although I could probably put one here if I really, really wanted it to. It probably would fit. Yeah, it will. Actually, it'll go right there if I want it. Um, do I want to slide there? It's a little bit obnoxious in that, but I like the slide. Ah, or tell you what, with this, if I move you over, that's not the slide I want either. But if I moved you over here, can I put the slide on this side? I can, but then look how they have to route to get to it. They have to walk all the way around, all the way over here just to get to it. So I don't think that would be a really good choice. Let's just leave it as is. I'm gonna leave this more of the adults. I'm not really gonna make a slide or anything for them, as much as they probably would enjoy it, and I'm sure the adults would enjoy it too. But we're gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it alone. But that's good. So we've got all of our pools with diving boards, which is the main thing I really wanted is have everybody a diving board, and if they could get a waterfall, that's good. Gives you two other activities to do while you're in the water. As for the rest, they just bring their own little water floats, and they're good. So let's go ahead and go back out of here. Um, I think that's all the lots that we need to modify, if I'm not mistaken, because everything else is residential. I don't really mess with any of these, even though they have barracks. We modified that slightly. I just want to go through and make sure that there's nothing that needs to get changed. Um, Again, I don't think I changed anything anywhere else. It's pretty basic, and I do like leaving spots open for future development for as your game goes through, as you progress. We did get the alchemy store, so I don't have to change my consignment store at all. Let's see, I got a bistro restaurant. Let's see, I got a park. If we get a performer, but there's pretty pretty strong odds that I won't do the performance careers. So I think we're in good shape. What I would do here at this point, let's see. Oh, didn't want to go there. I want to go to this. This is my houses. Um, I think we're okay. I think that's all basically I want to work on. I have used right here, instead of using this big one right here, I did put Grandpa's Grove there. It worked beautifully. It was a great lot. It's a great place to put it. So if you don't have this lot or you can't find the resort, remember I told you it's the Lakeside or Lakeview campgrounds. Grandpa's Grove works there pretty well too. Also, these guys over here, the Century Manor, the Now and Then Manors. I think you have to do some modifying with the ground because the ground doesn't look good. The grass doesn't look good there, but you could put those in here as well. Yeah, the rest of the stuff probably not. I probably wouldn't mess with any of it. I wouldn't put anything else in. Only if I needed the town for that kind of growth. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm gonna just say yeah, that's it. Wrap it up. Go ahead and make sure I save it. It's good to go. So now I'm ready to start, and the only town I have left to do before I can get started on my descendants would be Appaloosa Plains, and that one doesn't take as long, I don't think. There's not a whole lot that I put into it, so I believe that's it. Um, all right, so guys, thank you all so much for watching. I am going to be done for the night. I got to get up at the crack of dawn tomorrow. It's gonna be another day from you know where, and I will try my best to be here tomorrow night. I'm hoping I can be, but if I'm as tired as I was yesterday and today, that may not happen. I'm just gonna be forewarning you right there. So hopefully you guys like these videos. It kind of upset me that I put one of them out there, and I went out to go look at my ratings on the videos, and it had a 0% because somebody hit the dislike button and nobody had liked it. So I thought, well, maybe they don't like these. Maybe I shouldn't put these out here anymore on YouTube. But I'll just keep an eye on that. If it doesn't look like you guys like these, I will just I'll do them, and then I'll just delete them, whatever I have to do. But I do look at those likes and dislikes to see how people are responding to them. So if you enjoy them, make sure you hit that like button. If you don't be surprised if they go away. So guys, thank you all so much. I will see you next time.